There's a couple of motivations he had. I think number one, he wanted to be successful. But I think he wanted to prove to my mother what a success he was, and I think she was a powerful motivator for him. So not only did he have a great passion for his work, but his real drive and motivation was aviation. And I heard him say in so many ways over the years, I want to grow this business so I can have bigger and better airplanes. And he loved aviation. A lot of people coming out of the war did not. They never flew again. He always wanted to get bigger and better airplanes. And the stories revolve around that. As I hear stories around the world, more frequently than any other story I hear, revolving around what a great guy he was, your dad flew into this little airport when I had problems, and an hour and a half later, he was there and he helped me.
There are few people you go through your life, you really remember it, and everything's a fond memory. And almost everybody had that same feeling about Seymour Marco.
So, yes, he was in Starke because that's where he's from. He was a farmer. I remember Starke well. In fact, I always said if I just had stayed in Starke, I would have become somebody. But anyway, he was in Starke because he was a farmer. He ran the farm. He was such a fabulous salesperson. No one was better at sales than he was. Naturally, never trained in it, but he was just good. So his claim to fame was that he would take these farmers, take them out of glasses. This is in the 1950s and 60s. He'd take them out of glasses, make them throw the glasses away. There's some behind you right there, some of these old farmers' glasses, and give them their glasses, and he'd put hard contact lenses in their eyes, which were not easy to acclimate to. So he would get them to do that, and that's what a great a promoter he was in contact lens technology. He felt like the contact lenses would be the vehicle that would draw optometry out of the jewelry store. And that's why he became the great contact lens inventor and technician that he was. And he really was. He was incredibly engineering minded. And when he would do these things with contact lenses, he said, I have to start making these. I can do better than what I'm seeing. So I always say that the Clampetts moved to Jacksonville and opened up shop because of the labor pool there. So he got a building and started the contact lens company, which became the biggest independent contact lens company in the world, under one roof that is. And that was really his motivation. He always kept his license. He always practiced optometry. He never gave up on the profession of optometry, but his whole motivation was really to advance optometry.
Anointed with ease means that a person is at peace with himself and is at peace with what's going on in life and can accept anything. And being anointed with ease is one of the greatest things that people can have. So many people are in a strut that aren't anointed with ease. Seymour and I love to get things done. We love to dive, we love to have fun.
He traversed very well every walk of life and made everybody feel perfectly comfortable. And that wasn't by design, it's just the way he was. He never forgot his roots. He always made everybody feel comfortable. When he walked into a room, he had a presence about him that was not by design. Again, he just had a great presence. And he was very comfortable talking to everybody, except maybe my mother. But everybody else he was very comfortable talking to.
Work ethic is what first thing comes to my mind with Dr. Marco. I remember one time we were coming back from an ophthalmology meeting. We landed at Craig Airport at about 7 o'clock in the morning on a Friday after working for a solid week. He takes me by my home on the way because it was on the way and it was planned. I got home, took a shower, tried to go to sleep, couldn't sleep. I'd slept on the plane the whole way. Dr. Marco had flown the whole way. I finally got up, went on in about 10 o'clock, found out when I got there, I found out he'd been looking for me. And I thought, okay, I'll go check, I'll let him know I'm here. So I let him know, he said, man, I was concerned. And my secretary later told me, he says, he called several times. And he was, and he wasn't upset with me because I wasn't at work. He was just concerned that I wasn't at work. What was wrong? And I thought, man, I slept all the way. He flew. He went home, took a shower, went to work. And I went home and woe is me. So I went, but he wasn't, I was impressed. I never have forgotten. That's work ethic. Webster doesn't define it any better.
He joined the military at an early age, at 19 maybe, and he had been enrolled at the University of Florida, but he wanted to win the war. And his nickname was, he had several, but one was Hot Shot and the other one was Sunshine, because he would always say he wanted to win the war, come back to Florida, the land of sunshine.
I think he built the beginnings of a relationship that have been one of the most successful relationships between any Japanese and American company. It's been going on for well over 42, 43 years now. Same factory, same families. My father is my cohort in Japan's. He was dealing with his father in Japan. So now it's the two sons, if you will, and now the third generation. And if my son comes into this business, it'll be the third generations dealing together. But he built that on trust. And I think back then, that would have been in the mid-1960s, where there probably wasn't a great trust between Japanese and Americans. And I think he built that trust because he was just he made people feel comfortable. He was very trusting. And I think they believed that he could really make a fabulous product.
He decided that I wouldn't be a salesman for his company, but that I could be the in-house advertising agency, since that was what my degree was in. And so we set up Barnstorm Media Incorporated, and my older brother Michael came up with the name, and that's how we were born, and I've been the in-house agency ever since.
You just wanted to be around Seymour Marco. Anytime you could be around Seymour, you would be around him. And you totally trusted Seymour Marco. Everyone trusted Seymour Marco. He had great stories. He had a wonderful sense of humor. He had this great grin on his face always, or a big smile, and you just wanted to be around Seymour.
Didn't just help me, he's helped many, many hundreds of people that are practicing optometrists and ophthalmologists. And he's personable. You know, there are a lot of people you deal with that aren't personable, and a lot of people that have no personality. You're like talking to a blank wall and it's a number. Seymour was opposite of that. And he goes in and helps people with their needs. And he's developed equipment that's helped ophthalmologists and optometrists examine people with the refractions and with their examinations. That's made it much more reasonable to do. It's easier to do, and has been a great person in ophthalmology. And he was just one of the nicest men I've ever known. His son, David, has continued this. And David, I've known since he's been a very, very small boy. And, you know, he's just grown up and matured, and he seems to be following so much after Seymour.
My father just wanted to live life to the fullest, and his whole thing was make hay while the sun shines, and just keep going, and just live, because there's so much to see and do, and life is short. So take advantage of everything that you can.